Hey everyone, it's me. So it's Monday, the 21st. An hour later than normal. I apologize. We're just gonna do today's review of the under 1300 tournament, starting with Frederick's games. I do believe a game might be over because he's only down to 11 instead of 12. But we'll check it out. So this guy, I taught him a lesson. Because he decided to try and be an asshole to him, and you don't do the fool's mate to people. So let's. Yeah, you don't do that. You don't try the fool's mate. Not like that. Again, Frederick really should have just put the bishop there, and that would have ended it. But interesting approach. So let's see. Ooh, that was dangerous. Once again, never put your queen in front of your king for more than one move. I mean, why didn't? I mean, like, seriously, next move. Rook here. You run black's queen. Oh my god, and he did it that way too. Yeah, oops. Oh, I like that, but you forgot about the queen. Oh, queen takes rook. Yeah, you're in trouble. So he's gonna lose that one because he's 11 points up. I'm even more glad I kicked this guy's ass. He shouldn't have got to win that. So let's have a look. So Frederick is winning by 2 points here. Frederick is right. Well, he isn't up by 2 because he's going to lose that bishop. So he's going to be down by 1. I mean, white has to save that bishop. There is no ifs, no buts. Put the bishop here to e5 and it's over. Because the black's trying to get the pawn home. The rook's cut off from supporting the pawn because the bishop is in the middle. A bishop connected to the pawn like that is as strong as you can't take one without being taken by the other. So if white's next move should be this. So even if he just does this, you go like here, or you can even ignore that. You don't really need. I mean, so what if he gets a queen? Rook takes queen, doesn't matter. So if he even gets a queen, it's still, yeah, big whoop. Um, yeah, it still means sacrificing a piece. So I mean, black has more pawns, but white looks a lot better. He has a bishop. So yeah, the white's move should be bishop e5. No ifs, no buts. This one, let's have a look. So further is white. He's got the. Oh, I like these two. The fact that you got pawns up so far is very good. The thing about this is White has a strong attacking momentum. He's a pawn up. Um, you see, the problem here is the knight is pinned. Like everything else, it's all about timing. White has the emphasis on attack, so White needs to keep attacking to keep the pressure on to force Black to make a mistake. If you take the time to castle, you're kind of taking the foot off the gas a little bit. You're allowing them to respond and giving them a chance to attack. Now, White's threat is the h7 pawn right up here. So, I would like to get the queen onto that diagonal, or even still put the bishop back onto this diagonal and have that as a direct threat daggering into the king side. Two bishops on the long diagonal is extremely dangerous. But if you put the queen there, then bishop just takes, pawn takes, and that's the end of the chance of you getting castling. Well, you could still castle, but it's not as safe as it were. Whereas if he castles now and he still takes, queen takes bishop. But one thing I am partially considering is one, he's going to take a piece. So why not get something for it? Bishop takes I'm thinking about bishop takes pawn, king takes, check. Now the king either goes back or he moves the bishop. And then whatever he decides to do, White can move the knight out the way. And the immediate next move is then to castle. And then he looks a hell of a lot better than he did before. So it looks like this would be the best move. Knight can't go here, because the queen will just take. If knight goes here, knight takes knight. The same thing would happen if it goes here. So knight here. Then what would be black's move? Probably to get this knight out, threatening the check, and also just getting the piece out of the crappy position. So if white ever does get that pawn up, he has two pieces as well as the queen protecting the d7 pawn. Yes, white goes 2 pawns down, but you've got momentum, you have potential. The king is exposed now, it's not as safe as it were, while your king is safely tucked away. And you've got the most dangerous bishop on the board still. The dark square bishop is the most dangerous on this particular situation. Even if black just does move something like this, that's the next move, and you've got a huge threat. You can start doing f3 or h3. So yeah, black has some potential this way. Oh, another game. It's my move. So those three moves that are waiting for Frederick's response. Let's get these other open. I believe he had 12 games. I could be wrong. It's been known to happen. I mean, I may show you the game where I told that guy a lesson, but... So, pawn takes knight. Then bishop comes out to pin. You've kind of forced yourself into pin there. He's 3 points up. So this one, this guy hasn't moved in 11 days, so he's probably not going to. Same as this one. This guy is 4 points up. Ooh dear. Oh, that's alright. Pawn takes bishop. And then black has to move the knight because it's under attack. There's no reason why white shouldn't win this. He's going to castle, but he's already given up his one dark square bishop, so that's a huge advantage for white. Oh, look at you! So this is the game that Frederick is believing he's going to win. Don't get cocky. The king can just take. You're not going to win the rook. The only reason why he put the rook across is because the king can't take, because it would be protected by the queen. Now he's removed the protector, the king can take. So the king can just take. Again, you need to apply pressure. You need to keep the emphasis on attack, attack, attack. Potential is much more dangerous than the actual threat. Now, there's a potential attack, what he did. That is dangerous. That's something to be considerate about. But so is this. So, why not give white one more thing to think about? Attack another piece. If he takes, queen takes bishop. And then you bring the bishop out here to check. Like, he can't... He cannot... he cannot ignore that threat. Even if he takes that, you win a bishop. So he can't just simply ignore that. I mean, he's down by a lot. But doing that just gives him a free bishop. I mean he has to take with the king. So you can't take with the rook. But at least then you can finally castle and get your king safe. But yeah, that should be a win for black. So verdict is white on this. Why would you do that? Rook takes bishop. At least he's doing something with his bishops at last. It's been very aggressive. I like it. Just he's not looking. Or at least not the entire board. Ooh, is this one again? Now the nice pinned. I like that. He's doing the long diagonals, keeping it at the bishops on the outside. This knight is completely useless. This knight is going to become a problem for black. So keeping that piece there on the board is going to do black more harm than it is going to do any good. So much for castling. Oh, I would love to get the bishop here. What's White's move's gonna be? He's gonna do this. Probably. Taking it with a pawn would be a mistake. Because it lets the knight out. But then again, the knight could have gone there. Don't take. Push the pawn up. No, that doesn't work either. So pawn takes. Rook can't take back. Pawn takes. Now that pawn's pinned. Queen's attacking the pawn with that knight, but you got a bishop there protecting it. Rook here. And then you've got the risk of knight there check with a discovered check. When the knight takes back, pawn takes, discovered check. So what's black's response to this? Get out of Kansas. This knight's crap. He has to do this. White's move. Well, anyway, white looks a lot better here. Black's pinned in the corner. If he had another knight, that would be checkmate, but no. So one last game. I think I need to check the total. I am almost certain he had 12 games, and now there's 11, so he may have won or lost one. He loves his Stonewall. Alright, so let's see. Under 1300. Oh, almost 3% is done. We'll check the stats for today. But in a minute. So no, he didn't. He's only got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, he's playing 12 games. Well, oh, duh, you don't play yourself, do you? So that's only 11. Duh. Yeah. 12 players, including yourself. My bad. So this is my game. This one I needed to think about because I've attacked, but there is just no finishing blow anywhere. So I did that, my original opening. Everything's been about the potential attack on this. I mean, I showed you, it's like potential and everything. Put the rook up. Of course, she did let me off. Like, she that one huge blunder with the rook right there, she let me off. So now everything's about pins. Queen can't take, because if queen takes rook, pawn takes queen, bishop can't take back because of the check. And they're not going to exchange queens anyway. Now, this is where I was king and queen like that. That square was very juicy looking. So the knight either had to go here or here to get to there. But I also liked knight to d4 to go after the bishop. Then she moved rook here to put some pressure on. Bishop went pawn nabbing. Knight up, king back up. I attack the queen. By the way, if you ever notice, I'm losing by 7 pawns. Doesn't really matter what you're doing or what the position is off the board, as much as what's going on the board. You could be winning 12, 13 pawns, but if you're up by 8 pawns and the person has no pawns, but they have still the queen, king, and rook, they can still be winning. They could be winning on board, even though you're winning off the board. So the value of the pieces changes with the situation and the position off the board. So what I you see, there is a huge trap here for black, and there is a huge trap here for white too. There is also a huge potential cock up for white here too as well. So if knight goes to e5, as I originally thought, attacking the queen, rook h goes to e8. If knight takes queen, rook takes queen, check. And then she's winning because she's got more pieces on the board. If queen goes to e5, attacking the rook, rook still goes to e5. If knight goes to h6, rook still goes to e8. So I need to think of a way to kill queen and rook. I can't take that bishop because the queen's protecting it. I can't attack b7 because the knights are protecting that. Even though she has 2 rooks, she's effectively a rook down because the queen's rook is trapped for now. The only alternative move that I have does jack shit for the queen, which is queen to g3, so like, I don't know. I mean, hopefully this is beneficial to those who's watching. I mean, yes, it is a bit unusual to stream a live game while it's happening. But if you hear me say what I'm thinking out loud, it might help you to do it with your own game. Of course, all of this I don't normally say out loud. It's just like the more you do it, the more you do it, the faster you get. Now there is a potential mate here. I just you see if using your imagination for a second. If the rook and knight was not in the way, the king's rook on h8 and the knight at d6. Rook to d8 would be checkmate, and that's what I'm looking at, and I'm trying to see how to make that work. So sorry, I'm not meaning to be silent. It's just I see how I'm gonna do it, but it involves a huge freaking gamble. Okay. No, because the queen's on the one square. Okay, I apologize for the long pause again. Um, the reason why I was silent is because I see how I could checkmate her. But it would involve a tremendous amount of risk. Like, first of all, I was thinking about just doing any regular move. She brings the rook to e8. Queen takes e8. And I figured that the gamble is that she would recapture with the knight, not the queen. In doing so, the knight blocks the knight moves out the way and allows the king, the rook to go to d8 checkmate. Then I saw knight to f6, let the queen take it, do any other move, rook to e8, queen takes, knight takes. But then the problem is queen is covering the d8 square again. So that's not going to work either. If I put the knight onto e5, it's a reverse pin. They've pinned me instead of the other way around. There's really no good decent moves here. We gotta be able to get the queen off that square and away from the d8 square. Alright, so I'm gonna try and think about what to do with this one, because this is... This is annoying. I'm trying to calculate my pieces, and on a real life, black would have my pieces. I'm looking for my pieces to see what was taken, and of course that makes no sense. Alright, so I'm going to go here with the rook. This should stop the rook coming here. That allows me to bring the knight here. The queen has to stay there to protect the bishop. That's the next best thing that I can think of. Knight can go only here, here, or here, or here. This one here, here, or here. So if it goes there, it just gets taken there. It just gets taken by the pawn or rook. Now this allows me to put e2 at least. Alright, so we gotta move. Alright, so that's the tournament updates. Let me give you the scores for today. I'm still only at 5 games haven't completed yet. The others are starting to catch up on points. Finally, I'm no longer the biggest upset. Thank goodness. Only 2,384 more games to go. 946 beat a 250. Everyone has a bad day. Alright guys, so I will catch you next time. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Adios, amigos.